We started with about 6 or 8 people. Myself and Dennis Dunphy, and this guy was always at the event, always around, stood on the lawn with young Alex Scott and sold lemonade. And he was introduced like a lot of you are introduced. I said, Dunphy, what's that guy's name? Because he's my friend. And that's the way it is for a lot of you in this room. Dunphy has more best friends, except for the jackasses on that committee. But that was Charley Dinsmore, and he could always wanted to do more. What else can I do? I think I could get $20 more over here. I think I could get a sponsorship over there. And when Charley lost, we decided that at this breakfast we would honor a fighter, a hero, and that's what we're doing today. We were not aware of the story of Jackie Neary. An administrator at Cabrini sent us a letter saying, you have to honor this person. This is a mother of 4, a wife, the coach of field hockey and lacrosse, diagnosed while about to give birth to her 4th child. And every day, she showed up, and she didn't just impact the young women on her team at Cabrini, her teams at Cabrini, she impacted the entire campus. Here's what they wrote about her. She's a treasure on the campus. She's dedicated her life to mentoring young women on and off the fields. And she has supported families impacted by cancer. Today, cancer-free, but a hero. And a hero like a lot of you know heroes. She stared at this. She said, I'm not losing. I'm not losing my battle. I'm not going to be celebrated as a survivor. I'm going to be celebrated as a winner. Please help us welcome the Charley Dinsmore Award winner, Jackie Neary from Breaakfast.
It's an understatement to say how nervous I am right now. But it's not, it's just from the things that were just said by the coaches, it makes me feel grateful to be alive, sometimes guilty to be alive, because we lose so many people in the fight to cancer. But I'm very hopeful because of this organization that sits here right now that continues to raise funds and awareness. I have some happy audience, my family and friends at one table, my Cabrini family at the other table. Brian Meacham, who talked me into going in for this award, even knowing that I would be terrified of this. So you're going to have to forgive me while I read my notes, but I wanted to make sure that I was able to send a clear message about what it is to be in the fight against cancer. So 1 second, I'm shaking. All right. This is a great honor to be the recipient of the 2015 Charley Dinsmore Award. The past 7 years, I've attended this event and listened to coaches describe Charley, and I am flattered to be in the same sentence with this man. My topic theme is one more time. In this room this morning, we have a variety of successful people. Most obvious are the coaches who sit in front of us. I'm sure they all lead their teams in very distinctive and unique ways. Even though they all have different styles, they also have had very successful teams a few common threads that every good coach or strong leader possesses is grit and determination to succeed, as well as how to transfer that into their players. The life lessons that I have learned through athletics are immeasurable. However, one that I turn to while facing my toughest opponent is you never quit, you fight through adversity, and hard work does pay off. This mindset can be translated into a wall can show up in a sentence like, one more sprint, one more shot, one more layup, one more offensive series. My dear friend and oncologist, Dr. Randy Gagnon, called me about midway through my treatments, and I can remember this phone call clear as day, looking out my back door. While on the phone, he was saying I was just with some of the leading doctors in the country, almost selling himself short, because I knew he was a blue chip recruit from the University of Penn, that to my benefit landed at First Hospital in Delaware County. Anyway, while we were on the phone, he informed me that the general protocol for my cancer required all family chemotherapy to be safe. So all along, I was working off of a calendar, the game plan, that when I reached a certain marker, I would only need 2 more rounds of chemotherapy. Now Dr. Cabrini is telling me 1 more. Well, I held back the tears with him, and he could tell I didn't want to do 1 more. Every week I was doing a treatment, and every other week I was doing an overnight treatment. The overnight treatments were crushing me, and I knew those overnights were the treatment that would ultimately beat my cancer. All of my experiences in life as an athlete and a coach told me that this was my doctor, who was like my coach telling me 1 more time. He was the right voice at a very difficult time. This extra round of chemotherapy proved ended up to be very challenging, because on the next treatment I ended up in the hospital for almost a week, and came to find out later from my oncologist that I really scared him when I was in the hospital those first couple of days. All I remember prior to the hospital was I wanted my husband to make plans to my treatment to feel out the gate, to take me to the hospital, which was ridiculous. I could barely stand on my own 2 feet, but I didn't want to miss that game. So it's a few days after my stay in the hospital, in which every one of my white and red blood cell counts were awful, and I was trying to be stronger to possibly do it 1 more time. This was terrifying. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to do chemotherapy 1 more time. My cancer count was great. On paper, the cancer was gone. Now the chemo was just a precaution. So in reality, I could skip this last one, because the chemo could kill me if things went south. Once again, the doctor /coach said to me, in a coach's voice full of confidence and concern, if you were my sister or my wife, I would want you to do this. So that was it. And the great thing is, every month of the year that I never away from cancer, I was grateful for his advice. I knew in my heart that I did everything possible to ensure that I would be able to speak to people about being a survivor. And I try to do that as much as I can, because hope is a powerful emotion. And I'm sure there's possibly someone in this audience right now who is battling or knows of someone who's in the fight. And I want you to share this with them or hear it now. When the world says give up, hope whispers, try it 1 more time. Thank you so much.